going on, everybody? Good Sunday morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How's everybody hanging in?
Happy Sunday.
What's up from the Caribbean?
Yeah, seriously. You left at the right time, bro. It got cold. Anyway, welcome to NBR, where we try and raise money talking about sports we don't really know about for veterans, first responders, special needs, anything like that. So, I don't know how much we really got lined up for today. I'm gonna throw this in. But how you guys doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got you loud.
Yep, we're good here.
Unfortunately, yes, Paulie.
Hey, shouldn't you have a Bloody Mary in your hand right now?
Surprised he doesn't.
Man, I'm just chilling.
Really? Bartender,
I hear
if I
you.
yell loud enough, will he hear me?
Listen,
Oh gosh.
there's a bar right
Here we
there.
go. Yeah, just put your hand in the air. Bartender, let's go. Chop, chop. I'm on live.
Yeah, seriously, this party already
I'm
started.
in the Heroes Club.
Nice.
Well,
They have
I
a
don't
bar
see
for
any
veterans here.
drinks for the heroes.
There you go.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
That was cool.
Still does not explain why you don't have a Bloody Mary. But
Yeah, I know. Just avoiding the question.
If anything, you're adding more reasons why.
Mhm.
oh, he raised his hand.
You don't want me drunk on the show.
That's also true.
It's only a 20-minute show.
Anyway, on to sports. What we got? We got spring baseball coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do.
World Baseball Classic rosters were announced last week. USA is stacked again.
I
Yeah.
haven't looked into any of that, so
Well,
if you
the
guys.
Dominican is pretty stacked, are they not?
Yeah, sure are.
Oh. Always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as always.
lineup. I don't see anybody beating that team.
I mean, Puerto Rico's nice too.
There's a lot of talent in Major League Baseball right now. It's a good time to be a baseball fan, that's for sure. But
But man, that
Dominican
USA
is a
lineup,
whole
that
nother level.
infield is out of control.
yeah. The American
I haven't
team
seen
has
the
come
roster.
out-
Who do they have in the infield?
They have Paul Goldschmidt. They have Trey Turner. They have Nolan Arenado, Tim Anderson. I'm just going off the top of my head. Mike
Nailed it,
Trout,
man. That was pretty. I can't even think of.
JT Realmuto catching. They got Mike Trout. The pitching staff's what I'm worried about with the U.S. It's good, but it's not elite. But I mean, they're going to score probably 10 runs a game, so hopefully the pitching staff doesn't give up too much. But I think it's the USA's tournament to win.
Yeah,
For
they've got
sure.
an old pitching staff. They've got Clayton Kershaw and Verlander.
Kershaw just announced he's not playing in it
Okay.
yesterday.
We still have Garrett Cole playing, so Lance Lynn.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I found it interesting. Marcus Stroman's actually playing for Puerto Rico this year instead of USA that he's played for.
I
in years past.
don't hate that because you got to just do it from a different side. You might as well take
And I think
advantage of it.
his mom or dad is Puerto Rican, so I think that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. So,
Golf
Okay.
news. We got
Yeah, good golf.
PGA, Genesis Invitational. Tiger Woods did shoot a -4 yesterday. Rahm's in the lead. Impressive on Tiger Woods being out there with that leg and all that. They actually trained him on how to walk differently. So, hey, that's kind of exciting. Tiger Woods is back in golf. It's good for golf.
Yeah, and it's a great story. I mean, my man had a catastrophic leg injury, made the cut in 2 majors last year, and is now back. I mean, I would call it in contention this week.
Yeah.
So that's
I
great.
agree.
I would say he was competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He showed
Absolutely.
signs of-
And Full Swing dropped on Netflix. That's an absolute fantastic watch.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I've been watching it too, Eric. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. When Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas were on the plane guessing cards for $1,000, it's wild.
Yeah. Yep.
They just had a deck of cards, and Spieth was like, "Hey, Justin, what card's next? $1,000?" And he just pulled it out and he guessed wrong and did like 2 or 3 of them. Well,
I like that word. The word they use, friend enemies.
Yeah, friend enemies.
They're friends, but when they go out and play on the tour, they're competing, obviously.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I found it
sports
interesting
nowadays.
that Spieth left the PGA last year before Thomas finished. So I mean, how good of a friend really are you if your best friend's about to win a major and you didn't stick around to see it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of itis there. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got my brand. I got to support it. I got to go here. I got to go there. I got to go LIV, whatever.
Yeah, the Live episodes were quite interesting. The dudes that transferred over to Live.
Haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but yeah, it's a great watch. Everyone should watch it, even if you're not a golf fan. It gives some insight into what these guys are doing.
What's it called?
So
it's called Full Swing.
Full Swing. Got it.
If you log into Netflix, it should probably be the first thing you see.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it'll be the first thing.
Yeah,
So the scary thing about when you guys are talking about Tiger Woods, the scary thing about Tiger is the fact that he's now admitted that he can't generate any of the power when he hits the ball from the ground because of his foot. So all of the power that you're seeing is, all strength, all strength core and everything like that. He was above the tour average on every driver shot, like the first day. He was like 177 miles an hour.
And his legs.
The average is 172. So,
and his swing speed. Yep, that was impressive.
Yeah, that's incredible fitness. Incredible.
Well, he's always been a bit of a freak. So
yeah, a bit. I'd say so.
And he's still a killer.
Of trouble too.
Dude's still a killer.
Buddy a tampon.
That was hilarious. That is.
I thought it was hilarious, man.
It's totally
I don't
hilarious.
think you should apologize for that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think it's kind of it's a reflection of society. I'm not going to get into politics, but yeah, that was between two buddies on the golf course. Come on, people.
And it's not like he did it where he was like trying to show him up or anything. He just kind of handed it to him. You really have to zoom in to see what it was. So,
I mean, I like it because it's stuff me and my buddies would do. It just shows these guys are people.
Yeah, the only problem is they got cameras all over them.
Right.
Every angle,
so everybody in the world sees it.
Every angle.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Tiger's got to know that that's going to be seen. I mean,
right.
He obviously tried to hide it.
Yeah.
He tried, but
I don't blame him. At that point, as I already was a Tiger Woods fan, but it makes me feel like it humanizes him. It's like, he would,
good point, John. Good point.
And he's very unhuman. There's nothing about Tiger that's human.
Yeah.
And that.
I think his personality is probably the most human thing about him.
Yeah.
Well, I got a subject today. Whenever you're ready.
Wait,
I'm
you're
representing out here, man.
I love that hat.
I'm representing out here in the middle of the ocean.
Hell yeah.
We should have got you like 1,000 stickers. You could have stuck them all over the boat.
Oh, hell no. This boat's too beautiful, man. It's amazing.
Could have passed them out.
It's got a roller coaster on the outside. I'm about to go up there and ride the roller coaster with my niece.
See, could put a sticker on the side of the road of the coaster.
Take it easy there. Take it easy there.
There's like 4 or 5 different water slides. I already told my wife I'm going to go hit them up, and my wife's like, "You're 57 years old." So.
Pace yourself.
Awesome.
Pace yourself.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you're out there for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk about the cruise in a second. We'll do Paulie's rant. Go ahead. You can go ahead and cue it.
Okay.
Yeah,
you ready, Paulie?
The pot's boiling over there.
Yeah, you got.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready, guys.
All right.
Alabama, I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I got a rant about Alabama fans. You know what, people? Get rid of your stupid minds on Facebook and have some damn class. Good morning, everybody out there. Thanks for listening to the show. Putting up with me for about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Yeah, I hope you guys had your muffin and your coffee. You're going to need some popcorn. Today, the subject's going to be Philadelphia Eagle fans. And this is a picture right here. This is a picture of the Philadelphia Eagle fans before the Super Bowl knocking over a car outside and tipping it over. So, in 2011, GQ magazine voted the Philadelphia Eagles as the number 1 worst fans in the league, followed by number 2 Philadelphia Phillies fans. Look, I get it. We all get a little crazy with our sport teams and all that stuff. I get that. But when you're doing stuff out of malice, jokes are off. When you're doing stuff out of malice, jokes are off. When Joe Bag of 2 donuts, peanuts, whatever you want to call them, is getting in the face and throwing the F-bombs at you guys and getting so close he's spitting on you, it's just uncalled for. That's not sportsmanship. Put down the red silo cup, all right? Treat some people with respect. You know what I mean? I mean, this is ridiculous. Hey, Eagle fans, how about if you go to the Oakland Raiders game back in the day? Let's flip it. Go to the Raiders game back in the day with your green jerseys on, all right, and your little silo red cups, and start getting into one of their faces and see what happens. All right? Yeah, let's call you out on that. Right now, they're the Las Vegas Raiders. Hell, go to the Las Vegas Raiders stadium with your attitudes, all right, and see what happens there. I bet the Raider fans have a good following, so I bet those Oakland people are at Vegas at times for those games. And see what happens to you then. Turnabout is fair play. The city in Philly, guys, the city, when there's a big game going on in Philly, they tell all the locals, the businesses and all that, look, there might be some riots, but we can't guarantee your safety. And they're greasing the damn light poles out there. So let me give you a few examples of the Philly fans and what they've done over the years. Number 1, Philly fans, they booed and threw snowballs at Santa Claus. Are you flipping kidding me? You're on the naughty list right off the bat, Philly fans. Bam. Fans have known to throw batteries at players and refs out on the field. I'm not talking those little AA batteries. I'm talking the big D batteries, okay? They're freaking throwing batteries at these guys on the field. Eagle fans beat up the Chief mascot in the stands. The Kansas City Chiefs mascot goes up in the stand, and they beat him up. Fans have thrown snowballs at refs. They've thrown snowballs in the broadcast booth. I mean, what are you guys? You got good Philly cheese sandwiches, so just relax and enjoy one of those and breathe a little bit, you guys are getting away with it, and, it needs to stop. They need to bring the jail back into freaking the stadium. They used to have a jail in the Philly stadium with 4 cells. I wonder why, So, I don't know, guys. They puked on an 11-year-old in the stands, Yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. This is like, where you guys, you're coming out of the alleys in the city? Hey, I grew up in the city. You coming out of the alleyways like you're some tough guy or something? Take that stuff. You got people at your stadium watching the game, trying to enjoy it, and take those alley attitudes and you know what you could do with them. Pete Rose said something. He used to play for the Phillies. He said some of those people would boo the Liberty Bell crack. And he goes, and those savages probably threw a D battery at the Liberty Bell to crack the darn thing. He goes, they're savages. Yeah, I don't know, people. So in ending, I'm not categorizing all you Philly fans as one. There's good fans. I get it. I'm talking about that group that can be seen on any video, YouTube video, going off and getting and harassing visiting fans. That's just not cool. That's not good sportsmanship. So in ending, Philly fans, have some damn class and stop being a sore loser, okay? Done.
Didn't they also boo the Pope?
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them, Scott.
Well, there was that one fan. There was that fan after they won the Super Bowl that ate horse shit too. Them dudes are wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly has not had a great 6 months.
They also lost 3 championships
sports in the last 6 months. So
yeah, that's tough.
That's a good point, Scott. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm not gonna blanket everybody, but in Philly, but come on, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Speaking of which, MLS does start pretty soon. I think a week.
Nice.
Major League Soccer next Saturday.
Yeah. I'm a Philly fan.
I want to mention that we have a NCAA coach with us today. Scott, how's your teams looking?
Well, we'll see. The girls' teams we start our spring training, our spring practices in a couple weeks when they get back from spring break. They've been in the weight room since the middle of January. And my tennis team, we start our practices for real on Monday. So,
Who you coach for?
I coach at Suffolk University in Boston.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very cool.
So
Very cool,
Are
Scott.
you like the Are you like the Dan Campbell coach where you're out there weightlifting and doing push-ups with your kids?
Nope. I don't work out with them. I don't get to play. So, no. No,
That's
I don't.
funny.
I played a lot of volleyball when I was growing up and all that. I don't play with them anymore because, quite frankly, they scare me. So,
Oh, I bet those serves are pretty fast, huh?
yeah, I got one of my players who you would look at and probably not think was going to be. She's one of the top 2 or 3 servers in the entire country. She's only about 5'3", but she can crank it up from the service line.
Damn.
How fast does a serve come at you
Well,
typically?
in volleyball, our kids, our fastest servers are probably somewhere between 50 and 60.
All right.
Fast.
My tennis
Yeah.
players, obviously, they can, generate more speed with their rackets and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Well, what about on a serve for tennis? What's the average speed?
oh, Mike, I have no idea. I haven't put a gun on them, but
Okay.
I mean, you watch.
Gotcha.
Serena can serve at 120 miles an hour, and I don't think I have anybody on my team that can hit it that hard. So,
That's amazing.
Yeah, that lady's a beast.
Yeah.
Say the least.
Yeah, exactly. Understatement.
Hey, well, so anyways, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm on a ship in the middle of the Caribbean right now. This was me yesterday. It was kind of an ugly day. There's a lot of tequila going,
Okay.
and so it'll be my wife and I's 31st anniversary on the 21st. I don't know what date it today is, but
19th.
I think it's
today's the 19th.
the 19th. Yeah,
Tuesday's the 21st.
31st. Tuesday will be my it's Fat Tuesday. That's right, it's Fat Tuesday. Then Mardi Gras starts, and it just so happens I'm on the Mardi Gras, Carnival Mardi Gras.
Just so
Wednesday's my dad's 80th birthday, so he's here. My brother's here. My sister's here.
Oh wow!
I want to shout out to my daughter. Her birthday's on Tuesday.
Right on. Happy birthday,
Nice.
Tay.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And happy birthday to your
Birthday.
pops.
Yes, thank you. I was going to do the show from outside, but it was too windy, and
Good call.
I just thought I would sit in here and have the TV behind me. So
Looks good.
there's a bunch of
Very
people here
nice.
looking at me like a weirdo.
I mean,
They
you
do
don't
that
get to
anyway.
see a lot of- You don't get
Yeah.
to see a lot
That's
of
true.
So,
If anything, you're making yourself blend in a little bit more now.
so
Right.
Oh, by the way, I got this from my granddaughter.
Nice.
It says Top Grandpa.
Ah, very nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
by the way, I did
Well,
think it was
that's funny
pretty cool that your ship was on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever brought
Yeah.
that up. Did we?
Yes. I actually
That
missed
was-
it. I had to rewind. Everybody kept texting me, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So I must have ran downstairs for something. So I had to rewind it, and I was like, "Oh crap! Hell yeah!"
I almost fell off the
Then
couch.
The funny thing is, the funny thing is, so they had all the jerseys lined up, and for people that don't know this, the different colored jerseys they're assigned for their particular job. So I was getting a bunch of text messages like, "What the hell? Navy's going woke," They got the rainbow out there. I was like, "Oh Lord, no! Each jersey has a specific job. Jeez, just stop."
Yeah,
not
I was
everything's about woke culture,
Yeah, Paulie wore a white jersey, but I think before that he wore a green jersey. Is that correct?
Yeah. Scott Fleek and I were on Carl Vinson together back in the mid '80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Fleek was on the Vincent. I didn't realize that you were also. When it popped up, I jumped off the couch and go, "That's my buddy's ship." And Tom,
Yeah,
I
that's
did the same. That's funny.
Well, we've been friends ever since then. And we got a couple other guys that we still stay in touch too. There's about 5 of us total. So, that ship has a lot of meaning to me in Fleekster.
Yeah. So not only was it on Top Gun, it was in a couple other movies, and it was also the ship that Osama bin Laden got tossed off of.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that ship's got a lot of great history.
And it's still out there.
I might be the only one out here that's known Fleek longer than anybody else.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Junior high.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we graduated. Yeah, we went. That's with Ford. Smith. That's with Ford. So we have a group message also with a bunch of Etzel Ford grads.
Nice.
One of them is
That's nice.
One of them's now a city council member, and he's a big sports guy. So my goal is to get him on the show one of these days also.
Yeah, you got to have him on to talk football because his brother is the offensive coordinator at Arkansas now. So
nice.
He actually, little side note, when he was at Alabama as the assistant head coach and quarterback coach, he had Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, Tua's little brother, and Mac Jones all in the same quarterback room.
Wow.
That's insane.
That is insane.
What a room.
Yeah. And himself, he has a Rose Bowl ring himself.
Nice.
He was quarterback for Michigan State, quarterback at Michigan State.
And his daughter, a Division I basketball player, plays for St. Louis.
Wow.
Well, let's get him on the show, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you have me when you get a chance to get him. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Rich.
Right on. Hey, all good.
We got
anything else?
Oh, I got
NFL
NBA All-Star game.
NBA All-Star game, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched it much, but we've had skills competition so
It was
far.
good. The skills competition was pretty good. It was dunk contest was good. I like the way they did it.
I saw Damian Lillard won the 3-point.
Yeah, Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest.
Also, somebody broke the record for the 3-point in most 3-points in a round in the first round. Tyrese Halliburton.
I wasn't sure. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just
was it Halliburton or was it Buddy Hield?
I thought it was Halliburton.
It could have been.
I'm not sure. I don't.
I got a question for you all. Is anybody watching the USFL that just started? Because I'm not.
I saw a few clips of it. The XFL, yeah.
Yeah.
Or XFL, I mean. Sorry.
I've seen a few clips, but I haven't watched the whole game.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with the NFL. I don't know that I'm gonna watch it. Depends how desperate I am for football.
Yeah, Eric. To me, it just hasn't gotten any traction with me.
Yep, I agree.
What was everybody's thoughts about the Super Bowl? I mean, we haven't.
We got to talk about the Super Bowl for sure. I think that could have been one of the greatest Super Bowls ever, and it got tarnished by the refs. It definitely was a hold. The cornerback came out and said he held, but I don't know. They were chipping all game, and not a lot of that was called. And then you're going to call it on the last play of the game.
Yeah. Well, as you all pointed out, and I agree with you guys, that call impacted the game because when Philly got the ball back, they only had 8 seconds left on the clock because of that call. Now, the problem I have with that call is why throw that flag at that time of the game when throughout the game they've been letting each other play the game. They haven't thrown a lot of flags, so why at that moment would you have thrown a flag? That changed the outcome of the game, like you all pointed out. I mean, it really did.
I mean, go ahead, Eric.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, and the game is now about the refs instead of the play. Like they inserted themselves so much into the game that now people are talking about the refs in this call when they should be talking about what a great Super Bowl that was. Hurts went off, Mahomes went off. Like these dudes were going toe to toe, and instead of talking about that, we're talking about this call/no call, and that really rubs me the wrong way.
I don't feel like the ball could have been caught. I don't think
it was even close.
You could look at the play and be like, well, there's other penalties on the play that would have offset it, and there's this and there's that, but he wasn't near the ball for the little bit of holding.
It was an overthrow.
But the thing with holding is it doesn't matter. That's only pass interference where that matters. So the fact that he snagged the jersey and pulled.
There were worse penalties on that play that didn't get called.
Yeah. I agree
well,
with that.
and Juju was going after him too. Like Juju was both their hands were all over each other on
Yeah.
that play.
And you see that a lot on that route where they stop and like twist their body
No
and go
whip
the other
route.
way.
Yeah.
Well, that they were that is the only holding call in the entire game. There were no holding calls on the offensive line. There were no defensive holding calls, and that was the only holding call of the game. And I was listening to sports radio this morning, and one of the football experts who played for the Patriots out here was saying it probably happened because of how crappy the field was, because the defense couldn't get their traction, and that was a stop and go route. And he stopped, and the defensive back stopped, and then he took off, and he had to grab him to slow him down. So
just to stay on his feet.
Or stay on his feet.
Yeah.
Stop him from sliding.
The field is another great point, man. The NFL knew that this Super Bowl was going there for years. How come they didn't have a better field on?
Why
Yeah.
are they trying out new fields for the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't understand that.
yeah, it was some kind of hybrid they were saying.
Yeah, like, why not stick to something that works?
Well, and also that paint on the field, that's slick.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that that had a lot of paint in that field,
And they were slipping all over the place.
Yeah, and there's a lot more paint on that field. So you had
Well,
the
it's a
two
Super Bowl. They're gonna put all
the
the
two Super Bowl logos and then the logo on the middle.
Yeah.
But you know what? Goodell said earlier a couple weeks ago, he said that he thinks the officials have done a great job this year. And I would disagree with him. I would disagree with him on that.
I think 90% of the fans would.
Of course, he's going to say it though.
Right.
It's a tough sport.
Well, he has to protect his brand. I get it, but no, they have not done a good job. Technically, that was a penalty on that play. Okay, great, but throughout the game, the rhythm of the game, as far as a ref goes, if you're not throwing the flag on other things, why at that point? I mean, I just don't get it. I refereed high school football, and it's not an easy job at a lower level, even at that level. It's a tough job, no doubt. But
couldn't they put like more out there? Couldn't they put 2 or 3 more guys out there and have an extra set of eyes rather than go to replay and all this stuff?
The problem is actually that NFL officials are not full time. They work other jobs during the week.
Make a lot of money.
And I think, like the basketball officials, they're full time. Umpires, they're full time. I don't know why football refs are not full time. Because there was a lot of stuff that was egregious that could have been called in that game. It's like my wife, who likes football, and our son was an offensive lineman, so she kind of understands holding. But
right.
There was one that came right at the camera where a Chiefs lineman basically tackled the defensive back from Philadelphia on one of Mahomes' rollouts, and my wife's like, "Oh my God, that's holding!" What
she's seen it before. That's something that just like stood out to her. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
and
when
now
the casual fans calling that, the refs got to see that.
Well, it's like you said, your son was an offensive lineman, so that's something that she was kind of almost trained to see at a certain point, to be like, oh, like I know what that is, and I know how to apply it, and probably look familiar.
Well, and also the refs, the white hat on the field sets the tempo for his crew. He's in charge of that crew out there, and I'm wondering, why were they not communicating with his crew and going, look, we're not throwing a lot of flags. We're letting them play the game. I mean, what was the communication too? I'm not saying that penalty wasn't legit, but I don't know. I think they just not happy with it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, not taking anything away from the penalty, Philadelphia screwed up and had to use 2 of their timeouts because they couldn't get plays in fast enough. So he didn't have any timeouts at the end of the game. So,
Yeah. Comes down to that's a good point,
Sure,
Scott.
Sure. Definitely good point.
KC played the clock perfectly too.
They're almost a perfect.
That's got better coach. They got out-coached down the stretch.
That number 1 on the Kansas City Chiefs, that number 1 player, when he stopped short of that end zone, that young man's dream was to probably score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. But that right there, that decision that he made, that was the ultimate team sacrifice, and that was so cool to see.
Yeah, if I was on the defense, I would have picked him up and thrown him over.
I think this puts Andy Reid in the pretty close to that GOAT conversation.
Oh yeah,
he's
I agree.
Andy Reid is on an island by himself.
Yeah, for sure.
And Eric Bieniemy,
Well,
if I don't know how much
no,
time we got, but
whatever.
Eric
Yeah,
Eric
I got 6
Bieniemy,
days.
Eric Bieniemy, yeah, his deal is so Kansas City, the 5 coaches that have coached under Reid have been head coaches in the NFL. Okay, so Bieniemy's sitting there now, and now it's his time to get to that head coaching level, right? Well, the argument is, Andy Reid calls most of the offensive plays, and Bieniemy doesn't. Bieniemy hasn't done that, and therefore he's not ready, basically, for a head coaching job. And I'm kind of going, you know what? As a Chicago guy, we had Coach Nagy come from Kansas City under Andy Reid, and if that clown got a freaking head coaching job, you telling me Bieniemy can't get one? So I'm wondering, like I said, 5 coaches under Reid went off and got head coaching jobs, and now Bieniemy's got to go take a step back and go to the Commanders because that coach is a defensive coach, that head coach. Now he's got to take an OC job with them to display his play calling ability to put him in a market for a head coaching job. And I'm just wondering if there's some racial tone behind under this with Bieniemy. Why is he, out of all those other coaches, why has he got to go through all this? I'm just curious, people. That's all I got to say.
Well, from what I understand, a lot of the coach or the teams are a little gun shy about offensive coordinators that do not call plays, because the guy that went to Denver never called plays, and you saw the shit show that was.
Well, and that's my point, Scott, with Nagy. Nagy never called plays, and he became the head coach in Chicago, which he pretty much just was awful. I mean, we couldn't wait to get that clown out of the city.
Yeah. Well, there is some conjuncture that people are talking that, Bieniemy's background, what was it, 20 years ago? He had, some issues with the police or something like that. And I'm like, for God's sakes, right now we have the quarterback with the highest payroll in the entire league. And, he supposedly sexually assaulted 30 women. But, hey, he can throw the ball 80 yards, so let's give him a contract.
Yeah, it's interesting how the NFL picks and chooses. They got no consistency in there. And, I just wonder if there's a racial undertone with Bieniemy not becoming – there's not a lot of black NFL coaches, head coaches in the league. And, but the Colorado incident, what he had when he was in Colorado, probably may have hurt him. I don't know.
Apparently not. He got drafted. So, let's not forget he did play in the NFL.
Hey, Scott, if we can run a 4.2, 4.3 40, you and I would be drafted in the NFL.
I couldn't even drive a 4.2 40.
The NFL is not interested in, obviously, in someone's background character until it becomes public news. Then they do something about it. So, a guy can bench press 225 40 times. He's 6'3", 250. He's a linebacker. He got big hands, big neck, and the guy's agile, and he runs like a deer. The NFL wants him. They don't care if he robbed a bank. That's my opinion. That's a rant, I guess. I'm sorry.
All right. Hey, NFL here. So keep an eye out on Ramsey, because St. Brown is lobbying for him big time to come to Detroit.
Wow, that would be big.
Yeah, I saw that too.
We'd have to make a trade for it, but
Huge.
There's a chance that he might get cut too because of salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does, he'd be a free agent, and Detroit can just swoop him up for free. Well,
The free agency. There's 25.
I'm saying get him for
I see
free.
what
I
you're
have to
saying.
pay him,
Yeah.
obviously.
No penalties.
Have you seen the free agency list for the NFL this season coming up in this draft? There's 25 big names on that list. It's going to be interesting for the draft.
People need to stack up the talent to try to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs can go on a run, John, I think here. Totally think they could go on a run.
Yeah. So
You think about Mahomes, John. Mahomes is what, 27? He's been to 5 championship games? Won 2 Super Bowls?
Young. He's got some years left in him. They've got a good. Don't they have rookie cornerbacks too? They have
rookie corner, yeah, Trent McDuffie. I know they at least have one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have 2 or 3 rookie cornerbacks that are all played in the Super Bowl.
Heck, and Jalen Hurts is only 24. I mean, my goodness, these guys got a lot
He
of
had an
longevity.
amazing game too.
Yeah, Jalen
Yeah, he
Hurts
did.
beast.
But hey, I just wanted to say shout out to me and Polly for the only ones picking the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
So, yeah, we did, guys. You know, we were the lonesome doves out there.
Good call.
Yeah, the baseball tickets go on sale here in a couple days. It's almost baseball season.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Don't forget, Eric, get on there early.
Yeah, I'll be on there the 24th, 10 a.m. I'll be there.
Yes.
Oh, that's a couple days away.
Or as we call it in Boston, the long season before Patriots start.
You know, Scott, I
Holy
love that
hell.
city. That city of Boston's awesome. I love Boston. I love it. People are
Well, we
good
got
there.
stuff going on right now with the Bruins and the Celtics. So it's you know, they're both pretty dominant right now. But
There's always something going on in Boston.
Yeah, just a great vibe in that city.
But,
Yeah, a couple months ago, Scott and I were talking about how spoiled his kids are because they've seen pretty much every single team win a championship recently.
True. Good point.
yeah, my kids don't understand teams that lose. I'm like, oh, you need to grow up when I did in Detroit.
Celtics need to get over that hump, though. They're stuck in that Eastern Conference Finals phase.
No, we'll see. I mean, they were in the championship last year.
Yeah, they made it last
They
year.
got tuned up a little bit by the Warriors. But, I mean, I look at the Celtics now, and they are so deep. They damn near beat Milwaukee the other night with no starters. So,
You know what you guys know what I miss? I miss the crickets. I miss the crickets. Where were the crickets this time?
I don't have my soundboard with
Out
me.
at sea. Oh man,
He's at his house.
Yes, more props, guys. If you don't like my props, oh well.
Try that yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. I love my crickets. Where are the crickets at today?
It's her in Murfreesboro.
College basketball. NC State plays Carolina today at noon. Go Wolfpack.
Oh, I didn't catch the game. Who won? Michigan State last night.
Michigan.
won. But I will
Michigan
say
did win?
Michigan showed a lot of class from Michigan State. Apparently, their student section all wore green and white.
Their band played
their bands were
fight
playing
song.
Michigan State's. Yeah. So
Yeah,
What
I mean,
about
go ahead.
talking?
Polly.
I was gonna say, what about music? Chris Stapleton doing that national anthem at the Super Bowl. Wow.
I think the national anthem and the halftime show were both amazing.
Yeah,
I agree.
halftime show was awesome.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of heat, man. I was like, damn, she's pregnant, and she went out there and killed it. I thought it was awesome.
and she hasn't
I liked
performed
it.
live in 7 years.
Yeah.
And she went out, what, 6 months pregnant?
Exactly.
Songs are still
Yeah,
relevant too.
exactly.
I love her, all her music, even the old stuff.
Yeah.
All time.
And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to be suspended 50 feet above the field like she was.
She was killing it then.
Yeah.
Did you see that one dancer almost fell?
I saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw
Yep.
that.
I thought the Cabo presentation was pretty impressive, and she was way up there too.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, she was.
it's cool. That's why they pair the big bucks.
Well, they don't get paid for the
I was
Super
gonna
Bowl.
say, yeah,
Yeah,
halftime show performers don't
Did
get
it for
paid.
free.
Well,
She had to pay.
I'm sure she
She had to pay.
But she's going to get derivatives out of that, right? She's got marketing. Her name's
Oh,
back
for
out
sure.
there again, all that stuff. So, she's, either way, even though they don't get paid for it.
Definitely didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, different. Yeah, exactly. I mean, But I don't have anything else in the tank for today, fellas.
I don't think I do either.
Yep, I'm good. I'm gonna go hit the bar over here.
It's about time.
Yeah, go enjoy your vacation, bro.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us, Scott.
Yeah, thanks
Hey,
for showing.
actually,
Yeah, thanks,
thanks for letting me jump on and
Yeah, thanks
you know,
for coming.
view
Yeah.
my ridiculousness. And
Good luck to your
appreciate
team.
Anytime
it.
you
I
wanna
like
come out-
talking to you guys on Sunday morning. So
Yeah.
You know more about sports than we do.
Talk about your team, man. You give us a holler.
Yeah.
well,
Good luck.
maybe in the fall we'll do something.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's allowed, but if you ever want to bring in any of your players on, man, we're more than happy to.
Hey, NIL baby, they can do pretty much anything now.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's dope.
I don't know what the rules are, man.
Hey Scott,
even
what do you
vote for
think of the NIL, Scott, as a NCAA coach? What do you think of it?
Well, it doesn't really. We're Division III. I did Division I for 12 years, and it was before the whole NIL thing came. It's the NIL and the transfer portal. I think it's like it just makes it too easy for the kids to be jumping around and stuff like that. I mean, it's like, who is the quarterback who he's not at Ohio State anymore? I can't even remember where he is. He signed like a $3 million NIL deal at Ohio State before he even took a snap.
Wow.
Oh, the kid, he has a mullet, right? Ewers?
Yeah.
Ewers.
Yeah, Ewers. Yeah. I mean, it's like, and
So
you know what, the team you need to watch, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You need to
Oh,
pay
with-
attention to Colorado.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
What
for
day-
that.
Coach Prime kills the portal.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
he kills the portal,
He's a
and
beast. In the
he's got a
recruiting.
lot of NIL influence.
Mhm.
So
I think he's a hell of a
that's-
head coach.
Yeah, not to mention that.
that's got to be a challenge though as a coach, because you got these kids that you're trying to formulate a team and develop consistency, and you got this NIL thing hanging over your head. And what if you yell at Johnny, bag of donuts during practice or whatever, and he goes, well, you know what, I don't like the way the coach talked to me, I'm out of here.
yeah,
Think he
well,
wants
I'm
to
going to
know
tell you
that's what
right
we
now.
call a
I was
cupcake.
talking to some of my friends, and part of our recruiting right now is keeping our own players.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's like, because they can just jump in the portal and go. So it's
Right.
like you're not only recruiting brand new players, you're trying to keep kids you have on your team. So.
That must be a dedicated staffed position to do all that.
Well, I mean, you just try and make sure everybody stays happy. I mean, there's in volleyball, there's 3 national champions: Division I, Division II, and Division III, and then there's 1,000 other teams that never make it there. So you just try and keep everybody happy.
Right.
Basically, you're just managing free agents the whole time.
Yes and no. I mean,
You're
a lot of
satisfying you and old
Division
customers.
III, a lot of the kids are playing because they want to play, because they really don't get, they don't really get anything out of from us or anything like that. But I mean, Division I, I mean, it's it's a job. I mean, they're getting their scholarship and all of that kind of stuff. So
Gotcha. A lot to handle.
it's a little more than rolling the balls out like Fleek and all my friends think. I just roll the balls out, let my assistant coaches
Hey, if you're going to throw me under the bus like that, I'm just going to point out right now that his wife is way more athletic than him, way more prettier than him. I don't even know how the hell he
Shots
landed
fired.
this girl.
Jason,
Yeah.
and I did it.
Boom! Boom!
Hey, I admit it. Both my sons are very athletic, and they get it from mom. So that's all I have to say.
Hey, ain't no
Those
shame
who
in that.
can do, those who can't coach. That's me.
Yeah.
And you're good at it. So they got
They
they
call-
got best of both worlds. They got athleticism from mom and the
Well,
the
mom's
coach
a
from
coach
dad.
too. That's the thing.
Yep, they culture, they teach.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Well, before we sign up, I just want to give a shout out to TSP.
Oh yeah.
Tonight at 7:00, we have a great guest,
7 Central.
Chief Sonny Young, 7 Central. His name is Chief Sonny Young. He was a RP, Navy RP, which is a religious personnel. His job was to protect the pastor in Iraq and Afghanistan. He has multiple combat tours. He has a great story, so hop on tonight and check him out. Other than that, I don't have nothing. You guys have anything?
Shout out to the Navy Chiefs. Woohoo!
I just wanted to say thank
Yes.
you for everyone who did squares. It was a huge success. Congratulations on the guys who won.
Congratulations to the winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all. That's great.
Yep.
Thank you to all of our
Just let everybody know
supporters in general.
that we paid out the square money ASAP. There was no holding on to money. Everybody got paid out immediately. Again, thank you. Thanks to everybody that supports us.
Yep, thank you all.
Hopefully, I'm going to go find some veterans to interview now. Go grab a drink.
That,
Nice.
that'll be I'm looking forward to seeing that show on TSP out there, Fleek.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. This guy was awesome.
Well, no, I mean, if you get
It's
any interviews out there too.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow is the military meet and greet. I'm going to be there with all my equipment, talking to people, see if I can find a soul or two to talk to.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens. All right, guys.
All right, yeah.
All right. Have a
See
good
y'all
week,
next
everyone.
Sunday.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, do me a favor and hang out there so everybody's feeds download.
All right.
What's up, guys?